Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, how you all doing? I hope you're having a fantastic day. So we're here today with King, the manga chapter 645 reaction. The Zhao's King's Decree. Well, the king is dead. So I'll be talking about the new king here. The prince stepping up and his decree being like, nah. Riboku, out of the prison. Out of the prison right now. Who knows? Oh, well, the king did want to do something before he died as well, so who knows? Maybe it involved that. I don't know. But we're here today with chapter 645, Zhao's King's Decree. Kocho army and Zhou. So we have the Gakuka army, the Hishin, the Soho army, the Osen army, the Denrimi army, the Gyokoho army, the Aku army. Just have a ton of armies just hopping around against the Zhao army. The forces of the Osen army had spread out their troops to punch through Zhao Commander Kocho's defenses. As the various troops marched to their positions, Osen summoned all of the generals to a meeting at his headquarters. All the generals: General Akko, General Soho, General Denrimi, General Ohon, General Moten, and my bad, I got lost. He's late like that. I got lost on the road to on the journey of life. I got lost on a journey of life. General Rishin. I like that, Rishin. And just as Osen was about to dive into his upcoming strategy for taking the Zhao capital of Canton, if everyone is here, let us begin. Okay. Indeed. The very second he opened his mouth, urgent news! A top priority report just arrived via bird from our spies in Canton, so they now know that the king is dead. From Canton, here, has Riboku come to meet his ancestor? Speak then. Yes, sir. It appears that the king of Zhao suddenly passed away yesterday. Suddenly passed away yesterday. Huh? Wait, not Riboku. The king of Zhao is dead. What the hell? What do you mean the king of Zhao just suddenly died? Apologies, we still don't know all the details. Canton. They are confused. They're like, the king is dead? Long live the king, but the king is dead. The cause of death is unknown. You take me for a fool. It's obvious he was poisoned, but there is no proof of that. Do you seriously think you can pass that off as death from some illness? Who else would be responsible for this save? Who else would be responsible for this save for you lackeys of Riboku? How dare you slander us when you hold not a single shred of evidence? Shut up. We'll force all those bathhouse brat to confess and send every last one of you to their chopping blocks. I'd like to see you try. Oh, Shagly Tempest. Enough of this farce, guards. Arrest every last one of these Riboku sympathizers in this room. I'm sure a few turns at the torture chamber will loosen the tongues easily enough. What about the prince? What is the prince? The prince! Me! I haven't said anything yet. What are you waiting for? Are you not the royal guards, or are you not arresting the king's murderer? You're not our lord. I believe you misunderstand, Kakukai. We may be guards, but it is to the throne that we swore our loyalty. Not you. Yes, most certainly. Of course, I know that. But the king is dead. As your prime minister, it is only fitting for you to follow my orders instead. Not when the throne's next ruler has already been decided. Do you mean? That's right. He got Mike Tyson as well. Kasama, the shining light who will lift Zhao up from its pit of darkness. Stand aside. Please, release them all. Yes, sir. The very day Crown Prince Ka assumed power, saw him making for the dungeons to set free men of talent that had been unjustly imprisoned. Ka-sama. Alright, this one guy looks like Mogo. Straight up. Without exception, these men were capable men of clout. They had that clout! That Instagram clout and prestige who would normally serve as Zhao's backbone. And yet, for daring to rebuke King Tojo for his actions, they had been cast into the darkness. We go to rebuild our kingdom. Who stands with me? We offer our lives to you in service. Alright, he's making changes. And of course, that included this man as well, Riboku. Riboku. Step. She's falling off the horse like, yeah, Riboku-sama! Kane. Riboku-sama. You'll get dirt on you, Kane. Sob. I'm sorry for making you worry, Kane. Riboku. Your Highness, there is much that I wish to speak with you about, but I'm afraid this is in rather short supply at the moment. I would ask for your advice on what we should do next. Of course, I like that. We saw the prince a little bit beforehand, but now he's like immediately taking action. Was he the one that... He's acting quite swift. I mean, usually you think the Riboku forces did it, but maybe it was the prince? He's like, oh no, if I don't do anything, the kingdom will go down, so let me do something. Who knows? First, we must mobilize the royal capital's army, understood. So King Tojo is dead and Riboku gets to live? That Riboku's really done it this time. Do you mean to say Riboku killed his own king? No, he would never do something like that. It doesn't have to be him, it could be one of his underlings, all the same in the end. Why are you so worked up anyways? Same thing, is he right, Moten? Main headquarter Osan Army. Enough! The identity of the true culprit matters little to us. What we need to be concerned with is the fact that King Tojo is dead and Xiao is now about to undergo a great change. Yep. It all comes down to who gets to wear the fancy hat next. Worst case scenario for us, it'll be that Crown Prince Ka. I've heard nothing about that guy except for how he's night and day compared to his old man, and is the perfect example of a wise king in the making. A wise king in the making. I've also heard rumors that some big names were in Zhao's prisons or were retired and were biding their time waiting for him to take the throne. If that's true, then all of them return to the royal court. Zhao will be reborn anew. Okay. The rebirth of Zhao. What? Then it won't just be Riboku coming back from the dead. He'll be bringing in a whole bunch of her. Something's happening behind the enemy lines. Are those they've got reinforcements already. Shoot. Those are the armies of Kantan already. They sat back on their backside for the entire span of the last war. Yet now they've come out in full force. The king is making moves alongside Riboku. We should take this as a sign that Zhao's command structure has already regained function. No doubt about it. Ah, shit. We will need to start again from square one. Ah, shit. Return to your individual post. We will be falling back to the second defense line. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Aye, sir. Aye, sir. Yes, sir. Kantan. Let us lay low at Futa Palace for now, sire. At least until the fuss dies down. Damn it, how? How did it end up like this? How? It's probably the historical concubine chain, even though the Chinese character reads Jiang and could also probably be translated as concubine ko. Kyakukai dono. Kohi. And clerk A. Latest news from the front, the Ocean army has retreated. Oh, truly. Calm down. That was exactly what Riboku Dono, not Sama, not San, Riboku San or Kyun. No, it's Riboku Dono. Predicted. Ocean will now set his sights elsewhere. We shall endeavor to lure him to Heyo. My word. During which we will expand on a hangar as our new base of operations. If only we had more men skilled in either the pen or sword. Fret not, we have already begun to recruit talent from once underground. Ah, most impressive, Kasa. Xiao is being actually reborn. Our men still have yet to discover Kakagai's hideout. Dispatch more men if needed. He must be brought to justice. He is the root that holds those corrupted officials together. Leave him alone and we will only continue to fester. Aye. Huh? What's the hair about? Soldiers. Ah, the soldiers are surrounded with royal guards. What is the meaning of this? There is a limit to how impertinent you can be. Huh. Kakukai. Now they have their own little coup right now. They have their own little coup right now. Shoot, it's not quite the coup that that Shin had. That the capital Shin, not the capital, the country Shin had. But there's still a coup right now. Shoot, shuckleberries. Kyakukai. Is that as the heir apparent to the Zhao throne, captain of the royal guards, Enmo, I order you to arrest that traitorous wretch, Kakukai. Here, he's like that. Your Highness, forgive me, but what? Kakukai, you fiend, what have you done to Enmo and his men? Ahaha, dear me, what on earth are you implying? I assure you I have not done such thing, for it was King... They are loyal to the throne. And the last action we saw the king do is like, yeah, I'm about to write some bullshit. And that's exactly the kind of bullshit that he's doing. Blessed be his memory. What? Yes, sir. The document I hold is beyond any shadow of a doubt the late king's last decree and will. Half a day before his untimely passing, I was summoned by his majesty and bidden to commit his exact words to writing. It is an official document signed by the royal seal. The king's last will? It reads thus, smirk. Could it be Riboku? He's like, ah, shit. We just had the upper hand for a second and now it's shuckleberries. By order of the king of Zhao, King Tojo, 9th of his line, heir apparent to the throne, Crown Prince Ka, is hereby removed from the line of succession. The Zhao dynasty shall be succeeded by his majesty's youngest son, his highness, Sen. What the f... He's got these girls... And there's one guy as well, yes, but... Power. Power corrupts. I can't lie to that. You've got some amazing clothing, and I wish I would have seen that in color. Like imagine that just being like red and pink and blue. That red and pink and green. It would look friggin' dope. But this guy is a friggin' power. Power. They're all shook. Huh? What? Sima Kyun, author of the Shiji Zhao Hereditary House section. What did you say? Had but one thing to say in regards to the Zhao King's decision to strip the crown prince of his right of succession in favor of this younger depraved son. What a horrid travesty. What a horrid travesty. So, that was Kingdom Chapter 645, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the king is dead. Changes were made, but just as quickly as those changes were made, the hierarchy fell. Just as quickly as everything started to rebound, him getting rid of all the people that were wrongly imprisoned, that were smart, intelligent, bright for the future of Zhao, Ryuku, being one of those, of course. Just as quickly as he did all that, everything was undone by the foolish king. By the foolish king, everything was undone, ladies and gentlemen. It just seemed like one of those scenarios where they need to overcome their own struggles right now. Obviously there is a greater thing going on as well, but they need to overcome their own struggles right now. And because they overcame the king, I think they'll overcome this specific scenario as well. But it's very good to chapeau to it was very good to see that the royal army is actually loyal to the throne. Like, they may not agree with this decision necessarily, being essentially usurped, I guess, if you want to call it that. Really, not really, because it was made by the king's decree. But they are truly loyal to the throne, which I think is a very good thing to have, because it just shows you how honor-bound they are. And I really appreciate honor-bound people, like people in specific positions that are bound by honor, respect, and that follow what they've been tasked to do. Because a lot of the time, of course, a lot of people, they turn tail and turn traitor. That's not the case here. They follow whoever is in charge to the letter of the, to the T, basically. They follow them to the utmost, and I very much appreciate and respect that. I wonder how they're going to get out of this, though. I truly do wonder how they're going to get out of this. But there are a lot of smart people in there. Ryuku's obviously a capable fighter as well, so maybe they'll fight a way out, which I think is not the right way to. I think they need to use diplomacy here to get out of this, I think, rather than like physical might. So I'm actually very intrigued to see how this will go. But that's just my take, though, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you all thought about this chapter. I'll see you all in chapter 646. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, peace out, everyone. Have a nice day, and bye. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please be sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to check out Patreon to get early access, full length, as well as super early access. Anyway, regardless, besides that, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, and have a nice day.